Well, hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Loser to Lambo. This is the channel where I'm documenting, blogging my journey of going from having lost pretty much everything in my life to owning a house in a Lamborghini in 5 years. All right, this week's video is Forex. I know I touch on this all the time, but people want to know, like, how do you think you have the ability to buy a Lamborghini and a house in 5 years when most people can't accomplish that in a lifetime? Well, things have stepped up a notch for me as far as Forex trading goes. I now use, I have an iPad here. I do all my charting on this. Comes in super handy. This is a Microsoft Surface 2. My dad got this for me, actually to start writing a book, which I've been working on and off, and still a progress in the works. Thanks, Dad. You're awesome. You've been such a big supporter. Anyway, on the Surface 2, I have a couple things running. I actually have the Baby Pips economic calendar. So on this, I can track and see, I don't know how well this shows up on video, but I can track and see what big news announcements are coming out as far as, you know, economic stuff for different countries. And that I can use, it's called fundamental analysis, or fundies, they call it in the Forex world. And I can use that to see, to actually predict changes in the charts. And I use that along with patterns and make them both work together. Anyway, I keep an eye on that, even if it's just to avoid trading during news announcements. That's actually the biggest thing I use it for, is when to not trade. So if I see there's going to be a high impact news announcement in Switzerland, I will not trade the CHF, that's the pair. Anyway, I will not trade Swiss during that news announcement time, because that can spike so hard either way, and sometimes both ways it'll spike. So it clears your stop loss, or if you don't have a stop loss in place, will empty your bank account that you have with your broker. So not fun. All right, so I use that, and I also have Trading View on here. So I run a split screen. So I have an economic calendar on one side, Trading View on the other, and Trading View is great because you can actually see what other traders are posting, what they're predicting, why. You can see their charts. Sometimes they'll share their patterns. I've done it before a little bit here and there, and it's great because I can see what other people are thinking, and decide whether I agree or disagree, or if it even meets the rules in my training plan. Because to be a good trader, I found out you really have to have a plan and then trade that plan every time. Plan your trade your plan. Akil Stokes, guy I watch a lot of. And I do that, and I really plan it. And then I have a laptop here, Alienware. This was sent to me by an amazing doctor friend of mine who's been very supportive of this journey. And he sent that to me long ago. I did a video about it. But incredible machine, fastest computer I've ever owned, bar none. Got it for a great deal, steal of a deal, and the thing's a champ. So I use this for internet surfing. I use Evernote, a program called Evernote. So fantastic program for keeping notes on different things and being able to go back and quickly find those notes using like tags, they're called. So between these three things, I've really stepped up the Forex game, really stepped it up. And I never really had time before because I was working 11-hour days for 11 days straight, 3 days off for the past long time doing ironworking. And, it really dug into the time and energy I had to trade. And lots of times we were in places where I didn't get good enough internet signal to trade. So yeah, pretty crazy. But now with my new job, with being a security job and being more normal hours, I now have energy to go to the gym every day after work and then come home, and then still lots of time and energy left to trade Forex. So yeah, this is my setup, super simple. I've got a stereo there, sometimes I have tunes. This Lamborghini here, that's actually a computer mouse. Hold on. Yeah, anyway, lights up. So yeah, use that. This is the mouse for the Surface 2. And this setup has been big in changing my life. I have notepads down here, calculator up there. So nothing crazy. And I could trade with significantly less. I have traded with just the iPad. The other two aren't great to chart on. I haven't found great free charting software for the computer. And the whole point of all this is being able to do this process spending the least amount of money as possible. Another big news announcement. So I have invested some of my savings into a course. It's an online course taught by Jason Stapleton, big Forex trader, and who's become extremely successful. And he explains it all. And anyway, he's got this big course, and it's regularly $4,000. And I'm getting it for like, just, was it like $250 I got in for Canadian. It was like 197 American at the time. So got this course. So Warren Buffett, right? He's most successful investor in the world. He says, I'm going to butcher this a little bit, but yeah, the best investment you can make is investing in yourself. And that's what I'm doing. I don't use money to go and do fun things and party and go on trips and go do all this fancy stuff. The little money I do have left, because I'm, recouping and building up and paying off debts, and that's all going really well, and paying off credit cards and all that I have to deal with EI for my back surgery. The little money I do have, oh, by the way, I just made money on that trade. Sweet. The little bit of money I do have, I put into myself. So books or courses. And now this is going to be an actual course taught by a very respected Forex trader. So big things, awesome news, huge. And, being able to sit down and use all this, I feel very blessed. There's a lot of things I could be like, a lot of reasons I could sit there and be like, man, life sucks. Kick me in the ass, Wife left, dogs, made me get rid of my dogs, no time with my kids, back surgery, I got titanium rods on my back and, lost so much, and it's just like, I could really beat myself up, but instead, look at the bright things. I didn't buy any of this, and it's not that I asked for it. I had friends voluntarily send me, like, dad, friend, a mentor, it's pretty neat, and just people who support me, and it's nice to know that people really care and they believe in me, and I pay back everyone tenfold who's ever really helped me. So all these people are due for gifts, I believe, or even just praise or just love or whatever, all of it, and it's really great. So yeah, I'll leave it at that for this week. I don't want to make the videos too long. So yeah, Forex setup, stepping up my game, right? My last 3 trades have been winning trades. I went up several hundred, I went down several hundred, and now I'm building my way back up, but smarter, not trying to put a whole bunch of money into like one trade, right? I'm doing it smart, following my trading plan. If something looks like a great trade, but it doesn't meet my plan, no, you're out. No, you don't make the cut, or if it looks like great, but it's not at least a 2-to-1 profit to loss ratio, no, you're cut. No deal. I'm doing this very, very smart now. And, sometimes you feel like you're going to miss out on a trade. If you don't get in on this trade, you're going to miss that chance. But, I found through trial and error that it all comes down to staying consistent and following a plan. And if something in your plan keeps failing, adjust the plan, right? But no gambling. Some people get I can do this, and they do a couple big trades, they throw a bunch of money in, happens to go their way, and they're like, oh man, that stuff's easy. Yeah, you try to do it consistently, and move from that demo account to a real account, and we'll talk. But it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the big update this week. I think next week or earlier, I'd like to make a video on health. I see a lot of people I look up to, and it's amazing how all of a sudden they're way more health conscious than they ever were before. And I learn as much as I can in this process, not just how to make money and how to change my future, but everything else that goes along with it. Try to master life per se. And I'll do a video on what I'm now doing different or doing altogether for my body, for my health, to live a long life, because these people are realizing they're having all this success and they change their life around, but all of a sudden their health is failing. Then what? You can't even enjoy the money then, right? So even if you're a multimillionaire, you can't enjoy that. So want, right? So I am also taking big steps. I take some set of vitamins and this and that, and up my water intake, going to the gym. I'll cover it all, and I'll make a video about it probably next week. And yeah, I'm excited to share it with you. But till then, thank you for coming back to Loser to Lambo. My name is Curtis, and thank you for joining my journey going from loser to Lambo. All right, peace out, guys.